first 2 weeks that the young man that lost his life and my son had to write the letter for, they hadn't been there a month. They hadn't been there a month. He was delayed because his wife had just given birth, and he comes in within 10 days, he's gone. So you send, the uncertainty of being able to survive, that the mental anguish that they go through, the fact that they don't sleep well. My own experience with their father when he came back from Desert Storm, it took weeks for him to finally relax. He'd be in a dead sleep, and my dogs would bark because somebody was getting too close to the home, and he'd be down the stairs and at the front door grabbing whatever he could, thinking it was his gun or his knife to defend, because your life is, a split second.
Right.
The alarms go off and you have to grab your gun, you have to grab your gear, and you have to go, and be ready for war, And so when I went through it with their dad and that experience, I can't imagine what my daughters-in-laws are going through with them coming back, seeing what they've seen, with the number of deployments that they've had. It's exhausting, because then you think about what programs do we have for our soldiers when they come home, and sitting among themselves and going over what they experience to give voice to their feelings. Does that make it better, or is it better to let it die? How do you get rid of those memories? How do you erase that? How long does it take? How can I get in his head and grab that part of memory that I wish they never had? I don't want them to have that. And that's something I can't do. That's their life. Their life. Jason went in as a regular Joe. No officer, no nothing. Offer him the training. No, I don't want it. I don't, but he's come up through the ranks, and he just completed his warrant officer's school. But he's an interrogator. He interrogates the enemy. So, what are in his memory banks that I will never know? How many times can we send our boys out there to a place where they're not appreciated, although on the local level, the people of the village appreciate them, love them, take care of them, and are happy for them being there to a certain degree. Okay, because this is a small village of X number of people, and our Joes are there every day, and so they're improving life. They've got water, they've got schools, they got homes. But that's not the feeling from everybody. That's not the whole country. That's that particular tribe or that particular group of people in that village that they've been able to influence. And when you leave, how much of that is kept? Or how much of that is destroyed? The hours that our boys, our women, our girls spend there sacrificing their own lives at home, okay, to help an unknown. No, I think that there are things that you can, one of the things is that when they do call, when they have the opportunity to communicate with you, give them good stuff. Make them happy. Make them know that everything is beautiful because you're giving them a dream of being home, away from the danger. One of my son's friends, my youngest son's friends that he went to go to school with, signed up for the military recently. And he knew he was going to go to Afghanistan. He was basically, I'm asking for this. And he's been there, he was deployed, and recently in Facebook, he was very upset. And I can't stand it here, I hate this place and all this and that. And, I can't wait till I leave, only 2 more weeks to go. I can't, and the anger was taking over. And I wrote him a note in a reprimanding tone. I don't want to hear this BS. Get your act together and put that anger and frustration in the back burner, because if these are your last 2 weeks, that's exactly what they want you to feel so that you can lose focus and not make it home. Do you understand what I'm saying? Get your act together and leave that BS behind. Whether it's your turn or their turn, whoever's turn it is, you need to stay focused. And Mom. And he read it and wrote back, thanks, Mom, LOL, all right? And I said, that was not the answer I wanted you to say. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? I need a yes or no, young man. And he wrote back, yes, ma'am, I will focus. And I said, yeah.
Focus.